So hey guys, Gellis at Infinite Modesty Design again. So we are on another project. We are on another project today, and this is a table runner. For those who have your pattern, the pattern is the width is 13 for the smaller piece by 18, and the length is 72. Right, so about 2 yards of fabric. So let me just go ahead and just show you what I have. It's the exact same thing I have here. So guys, for the small piece itself, it's 72 by 13. That's what you have on your pattern. So you'll follow that. Now on the video here, I had 14 inches. So just follow the 13 inches on your pattern, okay? And then the larger piece is about 18. Okay, so about 18 itself. So 14 by 18 for the width. And then the length itself is 72 inches. So let me just go ahead with the length here. So I'm gonna start here. I'm just gonna pull this down because it's so long. It's so long on the table. I just decided, you know, we could actually do it this way and you would still get the hang of it. So all right, so I'm hoping I get 72 because sometimes as you go along the fabric shift in your hands, but you will get the actual point anyway. So it's 60, and let's just pull it down to see how much we got here. You see this fabric shift a bit here, so which is okay, but I just want you to get the general concept that is about 72. So you see 60 and 10 makes 70 and about 2 inches. All right, good stuff. So 72 inches long, and then we have 14-inch width for this one and 18-inch for that one. Okay, so let's get to the good stuff now. Now we want to connect them together. So when we connect them together, guys, we want right sides to right sides. All what we're gonna go ahead and do right now, we're gonna make sure that this is the right side. So in this case, this is my right side here. So right sides, and we want to make sure this fabric is also right side as well. All right, some fabric, it doesn't really matter which side is the right side, so just put it on top of each other and then we're gonna sew it out. But for this one here, this one looking as the right size for me, so I'm gonna actually use this because the pattern is so pretty. All right, so what we're gonna do here, guys, we're gonna connect this end together, right? And for those who don't need pin, you can just go ahead and sew it down. So we're gonna sew this down here. We're gonna sew this down here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pin it like this. So I know this is smaller than that. That's fine. That's the actual goal. So we're gonna pin it down here for those. We'll have to pin everything down neatly, and that's perfectly fine. So I'm just gonna put some pin. I'm gonna space out my pin because I just want you to get the general concept that we're gonna be sewing down this 1/2 inch anyway. All right. So I'm just gonna pin this side. Pin this side here. Just make sure you pin it neat, edge to edge, and we're gonna take it down to our sewing machine in a bit. So again, I'm gonna pin this edge here. I'll just pin right here and I'm good to go. So pin right here. And then I do the same thing for this side. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and do it this way. So yes, it would look like this. Don't worry about it. All right, that's the actual goal here. So don't worry about it. We're gonna get our fun, beautiful project in a little bit. And it's a project that you will definitely, I'm just gonna put one here to kind of put it here. Definitely enjoy for sure. So this is like outside the norm, you know, everything have to be, you know, line up nicely, be nice and settled, and this is not settled. Don't worry, this project is gonna be such a fun, easy project, beautiful project that you will just want to make more and more, and you know, just have fun with them for sure. All right, so I'm just gonna, so for those who don't need to do pins, don't worry, just go ahead and sew it down 1/2 inch on each side. I am gonna go on the machine itself right now, but I just wanna, for those who really need that, so here I just want to make sure it's nice and pretty here. All right, okay, and then we're gonna go ahead, guys, and just do 1/2 inch on this side, 1/2 inch on this side, and then we will come back. All right. So just never sew over pins. If you know exactly, let's say your experience, you could, you know, how to manage it, but the goal is that just definitely you try to avoid sewing over pins. Okay. So hello everyone. So I would speed up the video just for it to go a little bit faster. So pretty much it's just sewing down the sides, both sides, 1/2 inch, and then we'll come back on the machine. All right. Okay, so now we are done with the sewing, so which is awesome. This is exactly how you're supposed to look. That's exactly how it's supposed to look, guys. You wouldn't look any evener. So you just want to go ahead and clean it out. Take out any threads itself, any necessary thread, and now you want to turn it. So look exactly of what I'm going to be doing now, okay? And just like this. So you see, I put my hands. So I push my hand in, and I'm just going to pull it out. That's pretty much what I'm doing right now. Alright, make sure I don't have any more pins in my fabric. And I pull it out nicely just like this. Alright, so once I pull it out like this, then now I'm gonna go to my lovely ironing board and I'm gonna iron it. So I'm just gonna settle it like this. Right, and I'll show you how we're gonna iron it. The amount of inches and everything we're gonna iron it. But just make sure you turn it like this, and then we're gonna connect on the ironing board. Okay, so I just wanna iron. My iron actually is not a really high steam iron. Well, actually it is, but when I put the water in the iron, it doesn't really go shh. It actually gives me a lot of damage on my clothing, so I don't have water. But if you have a steam iron, it's actually really good. It would get your clothes ironed so quickly. But in this one, it's okay. I just put it on the cotton because of my fabric, and I'm gonna iron it down. Now let's say you're blending fabric like a sateen, then you want to be careful, you know, with your iron, just to know which level you put it on. Okay, that's the only thing. So right now I'm just randomly ironing. I'm not going to any specific as yet. Just want to make sure that I could get this at least looking neat. Let's put it like that. So iron it randomly. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna come like this. You can even turn it wrong side and iron it as well. I'm gonna come like this. All right. I'm gonna still just go ahead and iron. Okay. So then what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna sort of even it on this side, right? So I'm gonna come in here like about 1 inch. Okay guys, so in the video I come in 1 inch. Remember when I talk about the small table runner, in my video I had it 14, but for your pattern is 13. So in your case you would have to come in 1.5 inch. So do exactly what I do. No difference guys, it's the exact same thing. The only thing you're gonna come in 1.5 inch, because yours is 1 inch extra, so the 1/2 inch both sides would make it 1.5 inch. Exactly how I'm doing, just follow. So just follow as I have it here guys. So in the video you may hear me saying 1 inch, just in your case just go 1.5 inch. So that was the only difference here itself from your pattern to the video. Just take your time, follow the video, iron as you go along. You will see me constantly ironing here, and measure. So keep on measuring, keep on ironing, just to make sure everything nice and tailored, because that's actually the beauty of your runner itself. Okay, so if you hear me say 1 inch, don't mind me, just go ahead and do the 1.5 inch for yours, because that's the instruction from the pattern according to how you cut it out. All right, so let's continue. Just remember to keep on ironing as you go along to make sure everything is nice and tailored. So make sure it's nicely neat 1 inch as you're going down. Just make sure it's smooth as you go down. So do that all the way down to the end, guys. Just continue doing the exact same thing. So 1.5 inch down. And then when we come back, we're supposed to have our 1 inch neatly ironed. And then we'll continue to the next step. Okay, guys. So now it's done. Right? It's all done. You measure the 1 inch on both sides. Right? So now, moment of truth now. So let's go ahead and... So now, this is what we're going to go ahead and do, guys. Okay? We're going to take this. We're going to come like that. So this is the back. We'll just come like this. You see how I have it? So I just bring it back on the solid side. And then I'm just going to sew a 1/2 inch across. That's pretty much it. So again, I'm going to pin it down. Make sure it's nice and neat. And I'm just going to do a 1/2 inch across. Okay, that's it. So we're going to do this for this side. And we're going to do it for this side. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and just sew 1/2 inch here. and also half an inch here. So you see it's pretty much is the same method as how it is, right? There's no different. This side is the exact same thing. We'll sew half an inch down and we'll get back. Okay, so let's just do our half an inch here. Okay guys, so now you are done, and this is exactly how it's supposed to look. All right, so make sure yours is exactly like this. So trimming out any extra threads itself. All right, that's how we do. So now we're gonna turn it just like how I'm doing it right here, and you could always nip out that edge, but first you have a serger. If you have a serger, you can serge this nicely down. But again, everything's gonna be clean on the inside, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if you have a turner, you could turn this out nicely, or just, you know, make sure you have a nice peak there. And let me turn it and show you how it looks. So once we turn it like this, it's making sense, right? It makes a lot of sense now, right? Good, very good. So everything's supposed to be even and nice. If you want to make sure, you know, it's really even, then you can make sure it's about 7 here, it's about 7 here, or 7 point something here. But you know, once it's even in the eyes, you can also eyeball it and make sure it's even as well. Okay, so this here, so I'm just gonna fold this down here because we have a last piece to do as well. We gotta just seal that part down, and then we're gonna come this way, and we're gonna turn it like this. So I'm just gonna gently poke it out here. So this is just very gently, guys, and push it out because we don't want to have any problems there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I bring it down, just like this. All right. So again, you can serge the inside, and then we're gonna go ahead and do one line here, but we wanna make sure it's nice and settled. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do here now, I'm gonna go ahead and iron it again. Make sure I have a really nice professional looking iron. And then the last job, we're gonna seal this down nicely. Okay? Okay guys, so now it's ironed. This is exactly how it's supposed to be, very nice and neat. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do here is just put some pins just to kind of seal that part here, so when I go on the iron, everything is nice and stable. So you just maybe put up 2-3 pins to kind of keep it down, and you want to do it of course on both ends, and then we'll do a top stitch at the very top here. All right, same thing, we just fold this down, do the exact same thing here, right? Just put a pin so when I go on the machine, everything is nice and stable. Yep, so let's go. Okay guys, so all right, so I'm just gonna seal this down 1/8 of an inch. Or you could go ahead and just follow the edge of the presser foot here, that's fine. The goal, and put it at the edge of the presser foot as well. All right, the goal is just to make sure that it's sealed out. And you do the other one as well.
it on.